Chosen one, October 20th. Your income will suddenly rise. God funded it. This message isn't here by coincidence. It's here by confirmation. October 20th marks a divine transaction in the unseen realm, and your name is written on it. The shift that's been building beneath the surface is about to rise into visibility. What's been delayed, what's been blocked, what's been withheld, all of it is now aligning for sudden release. Your income, your resources, your financial flow are entering divine acceleration. You've been faithful in the unseen, and now the unseen is funding your next level. Before we continue, watch this video until the very end, and while you do, let your heart stay open. In the comments, write your warmest wish and the number 144. That number isn't random. It's a code of divine alignment and manifestation. When you write it, you're signaling the universe that you're ready to receive. You're saying, I'm in flow. I'm in faith. I'm in position. As your wish flows through energy, the universe responds. Now, chosen one, show your light by liking this video and subscribe to the channel. And let's step into this together. Chosen one, the financial elevation coming your way isn't about luck. It's about timing. Divine timing. You've been sown in patience, and now the harvest is showing signs of life. You're entering a season where divine compensation meets human effort. What once required struggle will soon feel effortless, not because the work changed, but because you did. You've shifted into energetic harmony with abundance, and abundance recognizes its own frequency. You see, money is not random. It's responsive. It listens to vibration. It's energy dressed in numbers and form. When your energy carries clarity, gratitude, and divine purpose, that energy draws wealth without resistance. And that's what's happening now. Your inner world has become fertile soil for prosperity to bloom. October 20th isn't about a date on a calendar. It's a marker of alignment. It's the moment the divine says, now. This isn't a season of chasing, it's a season of calling in. You've already paid the spiritual price for peace, for clarity, for expansion. And now heaven is wiring your blessings straight into your path. It may come as a new opportunity, an unexpected payment, a job shift, a collaboration, or an idea that turns into gold. But no matter the form, the energy behind it is the same. It's divine orchestration. The divine has been rearranging your financial reality piece by piece, ensuring that when this overflow comes, it doesn't just sustain you, it stabilizes you. You've learned discipline in scarcity, and now that same discipline will protect your abundance, because what's coming isn't temporary, it's foundational. It's wealth that builds legacy, not just comfort. The reason it took time wasn't because you weren't ready. It was because the blessing was being fortified. The divine doesn't release wealth where it can be wasted. You've been prepared to handle more, not just to spend more. You've been trained to think differently, move differently, expect differently. And now your outer world will reflect the shift your spirit already made. October 20th will not just be another day. It will be a marker in your spiritual timeline. The moment you stepped into divine flow, where the unseen became seen. You'll feel it in subtle ways first. A lightness in your chest, a calm sense of knowing, a peace about your finances, even if nothing has changed yet. That's the energy signaling what's coming. Peace always precedes provision. The divine is saying, I'm not just sending money, I'm restoring flow. Because, chosen one, this isn't only about income, it's about divine infrastructure. You're being set up to operate at a new level of spiritual and material responsibility. You're being entrusted with more because you've proven you can handle more. You didn't let struggle make you bitter. You let it make you wise. You didn't let waiting weaken you. You let it refine you. And now, heaven can trust you with overflow. There's a difference between wealth that arrives through hustle and wealth that flows through alignment. Hustle drains you. Alignment sustains you. What's coming to you is sustainable abundance, the kind that multiplies peace, not pressure. The kind that frees your time, elevates your voice, and supports your purpose. When divine funding is released, it doesn't always show up as a direct deposit. It shows up as doors, as clarity, as divine ideas that lead to expansion. It might be a conversation that shifts everything, a small opportunity that multiplies quickly, or a long-awaited approval that changes your financial trajectory overnight. Whatever form it takes, know this: it's not coincidence. It's divine calculation. So if lately you've been feeling a strange stillness, don't mistake it for stagnation. That stillness is the breath before manifestation, the silence before the sound of divine release. You're standing at the edge of a breakthrough so close, your spirit already feels it before your eyes can see it. Chosen one, the reason your income is about to rise is not just because you deserve it. It's because your mission requires it. You're being funded for purpose. The divine doesn't pour into vanity. It pours into vessels that build, bless, and elevate others. You're about to become a living channel of circulation. Money flows through you, not just to you. That's why the divine trusts you with it. You've stepped into a higher financial covenant, one that isn't based on hustle, but on harmony. The divine is your investor now. Heaven is your backer. Every time you choose faith over fear, you're renewing your contract with abundance. This isn't wishful thinking, it's energetic law. When vibration rises, provision follows. And your vibration has reached a frequency that can no longer be ignored. You've stabilized in faith. You've healed your relationship with receiving. You've forgiven the past and opened your heart to flow. That's the combination that triggers divine release. You'll start noticing little confirmations, receipts of alignment, random checks, cleared debts, business growth, creative ideas that suddenly start generating value. Those are not small signs. They're divine breadcrumbs leading you toward overflow. And once this flow starts, it doesn't stop, it expands. Chosen one, let's go deeper. Because what's happening now is bigger than a financial shift. It's an energetic rebirth. You are being repositioned in a system that has already been rewritten in your favor. The energy that once resisted you is now responding to you. This is what it feels like when the divine changes the algorithm of your life. Things that used to feel blocked will start to flow. Delays will dissolve. People who once ignored your energy will begin to recognize your value without explanation. What's happening to your income isn't just about numbers in a bank account. It's about vibration in motion. The divine has been recalibrating your frequency to match abundance, not forced wealth, not ego-driven success, but the wealth that flows from purpose. You've been shedding the layers of limitation, fear, and doubt that kept you from receiving. Every time you chose peace instead of panic, generosity instead of grasping, you rewired your frequency. And now, the signal is clear. The universe can finally locate you. This is why things may have felt quiet lately. You weren't being ignored, you were being upgraded. Silence is often the sound of alignment installing. The divine had to make sure that when this rise came, you wouldn't lose yourself in it. The old version of you might have tried to force things. The new version allows things. The old version operated from lack. The new one moves from knowing. This is divine maturity. The moment your energy becomes stable enough to hold the wealth that's coming. October 20th isn't random. It's synchronized. A divine transaction is being confirmed in the unseen, and your energy signature is stamped on it. You've been prepared for this moment for longer than you realize. Every lesson, every delay, every closed door was part of the setup. The divine doesn't just bless, it builds. It makes sure that the foundation can handle the blessing. That's what you've been walking through, the construction phase of your next level. You'll begin to notice subtle shifts in your environment. Old opportunities might resurface in a new light. Conversations that went nowhere before will suddenly open again. People who once said no will circle back with interest. This is divine reversal, the moment when everything that was withheld begins to return multiplied. The divine isn't giving you leftovers, it's restoring with interest. Every seed you've sown in faith, every act of integrity when no one was watching, all of it is now being converted into divine credit. The phrase, "God funded it," means that your future has already been paid for. The resources required for your purpose are already secured in another dimension. You're not striving for it. You're aligning with it. When you move with clarity and obedience, you activate the transfer. This is why timing matters, not because the divine is slow, but because the divine is strategic. It releases abundance in waves, each one preparing you for the next. And this next wave? It's a flood of resources, inspiration, and connections. But remember, divine overflow requires divine order. Stay grounded, stay grateful, stay wise. The same energy that brings abundance will test your ability to manage it. When the deposits start appearing, whether financially, emotionally, or spiritually, treat them with respect. A grateful heart is a magnet for continuous flow. Your job now is not to chase opportunities, it's to choose alignment. Opportunities will start chasing you. You'll find yourself in the right places at the right time without effort. This is the divine rhythm, where your steps are guided by intuition, not anxiety. You'll begin to see how wealth was never outside of you. It was always waiting for your energy to reach the right frequency. The divine is saying, "You've passed the test of waiting. Now, prepare for the test of receiving." Because receiving requires faith too. Many people sabotage their blessings because they don't believe they're worthy of them. But you, chosen one, have done the inner work. You've cleared the self-doubt, the guilt, the unworthiness. You've made space for more. That's why this transfer can finally arrive. The sudden rise in income that's approaching is not to surprise you. It's to sustain you. It's a sign that your path is being funded because your purpose is expanding. You're not just meant to survive anymore, you're meant to steward. This new flow isn't about materialism, it's about movement. You are being positioned as a vessel of circulation. Money will no longer stick to you from fear. It will flow through you with ease, blessing everything it touches. And when it does, don't shrink. Don't question it. Don't feel guilty for being blessed. You've earned this alignment through every moment you chose faith over fear. Let the divine do what it does best, multiply. Chosen one, this part of your journey is about ownership, owning your worth, your energy, your divine placement in the flow of abundance. When the divine funds something, it's not just about giving you money. It's about giving you the authority to manage expansion. This next phase of your life requires the mindset of a steward, not a seeker. You're no longer searching for blessings. You're orchestrating them through alignment. Money is shifting hands in this season, but more importantly, energy is shifting. The divine is pulling resources out of systems that misuse them and placing them into hands that honor them, into your hands. You are part of a global energetic reallocation where wealth flows toward integrity, purpose, and light. That's why your frequency had to be purified. You had to release envy, fear, and comparison, because those vibrations can't handle divine currency. When your energy becomes clean, wealth recognizes you instantly. It's no longer about chasing, it's about resonance. Opportunities that match your purpose will begin to show up naturally, magnetically. You might receive offers that seem too aligned to be coincidence. That's because they're not coincidences, they're confirmations. You're stepping into a rhythm where miracles feel normal and favor feels familiar. But with new flow comes new discernment. Not every opportunity that shines is meant for you. In this new financial frequency, discernment becomes your greatest currency. Before saying yes, ask yourself, does this align with my peace? Does this expand my purpose? Does this honor the energy I carry? The divine isn't just blessing your account, it's refining your awareness. You'll notice that things that used to excite you now feel neutral, while deeper, more aligned opportunities spark something real inside you. Follow that spark. It's your compass. The divine funding that's being released is attached to divine order. You won't have to force what's meant for you. The doors will open easily because the energy behind them was pre-approved in the unseen. Your only task now is to stay in integrity and trust timing. When you feel the urge to control outcomes, pause and remember. Divine flow doesn't operate under pressure. It responds to peace. You may also begin to notice that people are drawn to you differently now. Your presence feels magnetic, your words carry weight, and your confidence has matured. This isn't arrogance, it's authority. You've earned this vibration through inner transformation. You no longer have to prove your worth. Your energy does it for you. And because of that, wealth will seek you instead of you seeking it. This is the level where manifestation becomes a natural byproduct of alignment. You won't need to affirm what you already embody. The divine funding that's arriving is simply the universe acknowledging your embodiment. That's why the old ways of striving no longer work. They belong to an outdated vibration. Now, your abundance flows from being, not begging, from certainty, not survival. The phrase, "God funded it," carries deep truth. It means the resources connected to your destiny are already covered. Every tool, connection, and opportunity needed for your next chapter is already assigned to your energy field. The only thing left is for you to match the vibration of receiving it. This is why peace, gratitude, and trust are your most powerful forms of currency now. They create space for what's already yours to finally land. And chosen one, don't be surprised if sudden waves of inspiration or creative downloads start coming through you. That's divine communication disguised as ideas. Each one carries the blueprint for expansion. Write them down, act on them, honor them. They're part of your funding. The divine often transfers wealth through inspired action, not just financial transactions. The more you honor your intuition, the more channels of provision open around you. This is the moment to remember that abundance is not a reward. It's a reflection. You're not being paid for effort. You're being matched for energy. The clearer your frequency, the faster your manifestation. That's why things that once took months will start happening in days. You've entered a field of divine acceleration where manifestation moves at the speed of surrender. And when you look around and see your environment shifting, new people, new opportunities, new flow, understand that it's not chaos, it's calibration. The divine is removing what can't rise with you. It's not loss, it's alignment. Every ending you face now is an opening. Every redirection is a divine reroute toward overflow. Chosen one, this season will feel like divine déjà vu. You'll experience moments that remind you of dreams you once had. Only now, they're real. That's how you'll know the system has shifted in your favor. You'll feel the alignment in your bones, a calm knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you were designed to do. You are no longer waiting for blessings. Blessings are waiting for your awareness. You've crossed from preparation into possession. What's been promised is not coming someday. It's unfolding now. The divine isn't asking you to earn it. It's inviting you to embody it. Chosen one, as this divine funding continues to unfold, you'll begin to feel a sacred shift within yourself, a quiet, powerful knowing that your relationship with wealth has been completely transformed. You are no longer the person who hustled for validation or begged the universe for breakthroughs. You are now the one who walks with divine confidence, fully aware that abundance is your inheritance, not your illusion. The vibration of overflow has become your new baseline, and everything around you is starting to rearrange itself to reflect that truth. This new level of abundance isn't just meant to change your bank account. It's meant to change you. You'll start noticing that your habits, your thoughts, and even your conversations are evolving. You won't resonate with scarcity talk anymore. You'll feel uneasy around drama and fear-based thinking. That's not arrogance, that's alignment. The divine is raising your internal frequency so high that anything that doesn't match it simply falls away. People, patterns, and even possessions will leave your life, not as punishment, but as purification. You'll also notice your creativity awakening like never before. Ideas will come to you effortlessly, divine blueprints disguised as imagination. This is how heaven funds you, not just with money, but with insight. Every inspired thought, every creative nudge, every intuitive whisper is part of your wealth package. Write them down, nurture them, act on them. These are not coincidences, they are assignments. The divine doesn't drop ideas into empty minds. It places them in prepared vessels. And you, chosen one, are now that vessel. There will also be moments where things feel uncertain again, not because you've fallen, but because you're expanding. The more you grow, the more your energy field stretches to hold new blessings. Don't mistake growing pains for spiritual regression. Every moment of discomfort is a divine reminder that your capacity is increasing. You're being stretched to receive what you once prayed for. You're being prepared to carry abundance with grace and responsibility. And as the wealth flow strengthens, you'll notice something deeper awakening: compassion. Real abundance makes you generous, not greedy. You'll find yourself wanting to uplift others, to share knowledge, to help people rise from the same places you once struggled in. This is how divine wealth circulates. It doesn't stop with you. It flows through you. When you give from alignment, you never lose. The universe multiplies everything you release with pure intention. Chosen one, the divine isn't just funding your future, it's funding your function. You were never meant to live a small, survival-based life. You were meant to operate as a divine conduit, channeling prosperity, healing, and inspiration into the collective. The money, the opportunities, the recognition, they are all tools to help you fulfill your mission. And when you focus on purpose over profit, profit becomes inevitable. You may start to feel a subtle pressure around this time, a sacred responsibility. That's because the divine trusts you. You've proven yourself capable of handling blessings without losing yourself in them. You've demonstrated patience, gratitude, and humility in times of lack, and now heaven knows you'll demonstrate wisdom, generosity, and balance in times of overflow. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you chosen. This new wealth flow will also draw attention. People will notice your glow, your peace, your silent confidence. Some will admire it, some will question it, and a few may even envy it. But none of that matters, because you're no longer fueled by external validation. You've transcended the need to explain your blessings. The divine knows your story, and that's enough. You don't owe explanations for what was earned through faith. At this stage, the divine will begin sending you divine connections, people who match your frequency, who share your vision, who bring expansion instead of exhaustion. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Collaborations will begin to unfold with ease. Conversations will turn into contracts. Ideas will turn into impact. And you'll find yourself surrounded by energy that amplifies rather than drains. Every time you act with intention, the divine multiplies your influence. Every time you move in silence, heaven works in your favor. That's why this season requires you to be intentional about your time, your circle, and your focus. Protect your peace as if it's your most valuable currency, because it is. Peace is what keeps the flow consistent. The moment you trade it for fear or distraction, you interrupt the rhythm of abundance. And yet, you'll find that peace comes easier now. Why? Because you've shifted from seeking security to being security. You've realized that your stability doesn't come from a paycheck or a person. It comes from your alignment with divine source. You are plugged into an infinite supply. The external world may fluctuate, but your inner economy remains abundant. That's the secret of divine wealth. It doesn't depend on conditions, it creates them. So when October 20th arrives and the energy feels charged, remember, this isn't a random date. It's an energetic doorway. You'll feel a lift in your spirit, a surge of momentum, a calm knowing that something has unlocked. Pay attention to the signs, messages, synchronicities, conversations, and sudden opportunities. These are heaven's notifications confirming that your shift has activated in the physical realm, and when it does, chosen one, receive it with grace. Don't panic. Don't question if you're ready. You've been ready. You've walked through the fire of preparation. You've mastered the art of surrender. Now, all that's left is embodiment. Walk in your wealth. Speak as one who already has it. Move as one who already is it. Because the truth is, you've never been waiting for the divine to bless you. The divine has been waiting for you to believe. Chosen one, as you step into this divine era of increase, you'll begin to understand something profound. True wealth is not measured by accumulation, but by alignment. The divine doesn't reward effort, it rewards embodiment. When you become the frequency of abundance, you no longer have to chase. Everything begins to arrange itself around you. This next phase of your journey isn't about doing more, it's about being more. Being receptive, being open, being certain that what's meant for you cannot miss you. You're no longer building from survival, you're building from sovereignty. That's the shift. The world around you is starting to catch up to what your soul has already declared, that you are a divine vessel of expansion, chosen to embody overflow. And because of that, you must treat your energy as sacred currency. Protect it, nurture it, invest it wisely. Where your energy goes, your wealth flows. From now on, your daily choices become rituals of manifestation. Every morning you wake up in gratitude. You activate another layer of the flow. Every time you speak life into your situation instead of fear, you amplify the current of provision. Every time you say no to what drains you, you create space for what blesses you. These small decisions are the architecture of your new abundance. Divine wealth isn't random, it's designed. The divine is teaching you how to hold wealth with grace, not as something fragile, but as something fluid. You'll start to notice that the more you release fear around money, the faster it multiplies. That's because fear freezes flow. Gratitude expands it. The universe mirrors your energy exactly. Scarcity produces scarcity. Peace produces plenty. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you already are. And chosen one, you are wealth. Not just financially, but spiritually, emotionally, energetically. Every thought you think is a deposit. Every word you speak is a transaction. Every action you take is an investment. You are constantly shaping your future through your energy. That's why this next season requires mindfulness, not from anxiety, but from awareness. You're no longer allowed to move unconsciously, because every vibration you send out now returns faster than ever before. This is divine acceleration. The gap between thought and manifestation has shortened. The divine has upgraded your access, but with it comes responsibility. You must be intentional with your words, disciplined with your focus, and anchored in gratitude. The universe takes your energy seriously now, because you've proven you can handle the flow. You are no longer a student of manifestation, you are a steward of it. This is also the season of financial confirmation. Unexpected deposits, checks, raises, and opportunities will begin showing up, not as coincidences, but as evidence. But don't cling to the form of the blessing. Embrace the frequency of it. The form will always change. The job, the source, the client, but the flow will remain. That's the secret. Abundance doesn't come from something. It comes through something. And as long as you remain aligned, that something will keep changing to support your evolution. You'll begin to see that money is simply a mirror, a reflection of your internal state. When your mind is clear, your finances follow. When your energy is stable, your flow becomes steady. And when your heart is open, your blessings expand beyond anything you could have planned. You're not managing money anymore. You're managing vibration. Chosen one, you are being called to operate differently now. You'll no longer be satisfied with temporary wins or surface-level success. You're building legacy. You're creating a system of sustainability that flows through generations. The divine didn't choose you just to rise. It chose you to restructure, to redefine what prosperity looks like when it's built on peace instead of pressure, when it's led by intuition instead of ambition. This new wealth energy isn't loud, it's luminous. It doesn't need to prove. It simply is. You'll notice that your desires become quieter, more refined, more aligned. You'll crave experiences that feed your soul rather than your ego. You'll start saying no to excess and yes to essence. That's how you'll know you're evolving. When peace feels richer than possessions. And yet, possessions will come too. But they'll arrive as byproducts, not priorities. Beautiful things will begin finding their way to you. Homes, cars, opportunities, invitations. But they won't define you. You'll enjoy them without attachment, because your identity no longer depends on them. That's what makes your energy magnetic. The moment you stop needing anything, you become a match to everything. This is also where divine partnerships begin forming. You'll meet people who carry pieces of your purpose, individuals who complement your gifts and expand your vision. You'll feel it the moment you meet them, that calm certainty that destiny just introduced you to another piece of your miracle.